The Public Servants Association says they will hit government hard when they go on strike on Monday. The PSA has described Public Service and Administration Minister Ayanda Dlodlo as arrogant for failing to hear their concerns. Well, for more on this, we cross to our reporter Sipho Stuurman in Pretoria. Sipho, what's the latest on this story?
Well, a very good afternoon to you and our viewers at home. Indeed, you are correct. The Public Servants Association says the shutdown goes ahead on Monday, despite the Department of Public Administration and Service, speaking out against it, saying that it would be an illegal strike action. And to tell us more about the reasons that they are pushing ahead with this strike action on Monday, I do have with me Tahir Mayepa, who is the Deputy General Manager of PSA. Sir, thank you very much for your time. You're saying Monday you're going ahead. Why?
Well, definitely we are forging ahead with our strike action. This is due to the pending dispute that we have with the state, whereupon they fail to meet our demands for a general 10% increase and an increase in housing allowance, and also the revision of the medical allowances.
All right, the state is offering 7%. Why are you rejecting this offer? Because they're saying they simply do not have the money.
Well, if the state doesn't have the money, they must prove that they don't have the money. Throughout these negotiations in the past 9 months, they have never produced any evidence, any documentation to suggest that the state doesn't have the money. And the 7% increase that they are obviously offering us is not going to meet the needs of our members, considering the fact that VAT has been increased by 1%, which means that it's 6% now. The petrol price has just gone up yesterday, and the food is going up. The cost of living in general is going up. Our members, they cannot afford basic necessities. There's a survey that was done, and in terms of the outcome of that survey, it suggests that the public servants, whatever that they are getting, they can only fund they are going to work, their rental, and basic food. So basically the public servants are in financial strain. So there's no way that we can accept a percentage that is not going to relieve that financial burden. Now
let's talk about your footprint. Who are you representing? Who will be affected? What departments will be affected on Monday?
Okay, to give you a broad outline, the PSA is the largest general public service in the country. It's been the largest for the past 10 years. Now, our footprint is in every department that you can think of in South Africa.
But let's talk the main ones. Yeah.
In particular, we are the majority union in Justice, we are the majority union in NPA, we are the majority union in Home Affairs, we are the majority union in Water Affairs, we are the majority union in many provincial departments. So we have a large footprint at the strategic areas of the state, whereupon the services that are rendered by those employees, the state cannot go without.
And I've seen you've made particular mention of SASA here. Does it mean that grant payments are not going to go through?
Well, the SASA strike is running parallel to this particular strike. We have also declared a dispute in SASA due to SASA's refusal to bargain with the PSA for salaries. They didn't even start. With SASA, it's even worse because they are refusing blankly. So basically, all the services that SASA is rendering currently, they are going to be disturbed because we are the outright majority at SASA.
The ministry has said that the principle of no work, no pay will apply. And they've said this strike on Monday is illegal. So what do you have to say to those allegations by the ministry?
Well, the minister can try her level best to intimidate us. She can try her level best to say whatever that she wants to say. Our members know the consequences of a strike. But if she believes that this strike is going to be illegal, I dare the minister to take us to court, and then let's go prove whether this strike is illegal or not. As far as we are concerned, we are within the law, and we have applied the law to the latter. So we have no worry about the legality of this particular strike.
All right. And now who else do you have on board with you? Because we understand that the ministry needs just under 2% for the agreement to be binding. Yes. So who else is with you on the strike?
Everybody who didn't sign is with us, because it is the PSA that declared the dispute, and it is the PSA that persuaded all these other unions to reject this particular offer. NEHAWU has rejected this offer. HOSPESA has rejected this offer. SAPO has rejected this offer. NUPSO has rejected this offer. So a number of unions, at least sanity prevailed, except for Pope Crew and SATU, they are obviously oblivious of the reality. They signed, but they are not in the majority. They are currently the outcast of the trade union movement in the public service.
The minister is confident it will reach this 50% threshold. What happens if it does?
Well, the minister has been confident for the past 2 weeks that this agreement is going to reach the 50+1. But if it does, and they reach the 50+1 stake, then as the PSA, we must accept that we've been defeated, but not by the state. We've been defeated by the unions who decide to go against the wishes of the public servants.
All right, well, thank you very much. And there you have it, PSA saying that the strike is going ahead on Monday simply because the 7% offer is just not enough. Cost of living has gone up. We know that petrol has gone up. And also, of course, we know that the VAT is now at 15%. So they are citing those reasons, saying that cost of living for workers is just too high and that only 10% will satisfy them. It's now back to you in studio.
Thanks very much, Sipho.